The next old school beat 'em up is here. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, released on December 1st, 2025 for the PS5, Xbox Series, the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and PC. This game was developed by Tribute Games, the creators of Mercenary Kings and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. The publisher is Dotemu, who also published Absalom. I heard about this game about a month ago and took a mental note of it, as I'm a big fan of arcade style games. It was released and I jumped right on it as soon as I knew. I won't waste your time because time is money. Here is my review for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Story. The story is nothing to write home about. Annihilus, the commander of the Annihilation Wave, is corrupting heroes and villains and attempting to take over the universe. That's about as deep as I'll go because you aren't here for that. You're here for the gameplay. The gameplay is the bread and butter for a beat 'em up. This game hits the mark. With up to 4 players local or online, there are 2 playable modes, those being the campaign and the arcade modes. You also have a vault, which includes the hero lab where you can see your character progression. There's also a move list and an explanation of each character's unique passive abilities that make a huge difference in how they play. The Cosmic Matrix is this game's level up reward system where you exchange cubes for items. We also have the core files, which gives you lore on just about everything in the game as you unlock them. Lastly, we have a trophy section, which I think is good for the Switch users because, to my understanding, there is no trophies or achievement systems in their ecosystem, but they make you pay for that premium online experience. You have 15 playable characters, 4 of which are unlocked through the game's campaign. You have Captain America, Sun, Thunderstorm, COVID-19 Inches, Angry Unk, I don't know her, but she cool, Spooderman, Timu Thor, Wakanda's Finest, Fishbowl Ghost Rider, Iron Mane, Moltres, the Mangy Raccoon, Shibe, and the Greased Up Death Guy. You start by selecting 2 characters. These characters will be controlled by you, and you are able to call them in to either swap places or extend combos. There are mechanics built around this as well. For example, you can be grabbed and you will have to swap in the other teammate to save you. You have a jump with X, basic attack with square, power attack with triangle, circle allows you to parry, block, or dodge depending on your character, a special attack with R1, and you can swap your characters with L2. You also have an anti-airs by pressing the square and X button, and a heavy attack by holding square. What I really loved was that every character does something different for every button press.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man.
That sounds dumb, but what I mean is that there's no generic template used for any one of the characters. So you never see the same animations throughout the 15 characters, and it makes more sense once you play it. This game might as well have been called Marvel vs. Beat 'em Up 2 because it feels like a side-scroller Marvel vs. Capcom 2. There are 16 missions, all taking about 7 to 12 minutes each if you're not losing. Each stage has its own hidden collectible and 3 challenges. This adds to the replayability. There are not a lot of enemy types to fight, but every mission ends with a unique boss. I love the boss fights because they all have their own gimmick. It's not just a button masher, you really need to mix in different moves and defense to be successful. The arcade mode is pretty simple. You have to pretty much beat the game without dying. There are modifiers you can unlock and apply via the Cosmic Matrix, and these add more depth to the game. The characters all have their own levels, which has them earn extra HP or even unlocks their passive skill. I did not mention this before, but both of your characters have separate health bars, and when one is knocked out, you can bring them back by picking up some food. This is a cool alternative to having lives like a traditional side-scrolling beat 'em up. And yeah, the gameplay is really good. Of course, it's what you expect when it comes to a side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, the game is literally an arcade game. They can put this on an arcade cabinet and it would be very successful. You can literally beat the game in about 2 to 3 hours. So, I mean, if they was to actually make an arcade cabinet for this game, like if it's very successful, which it seemed like it is, they could actually make some decent money off of that, and I could see it at some skating rings or, you know, movie theaters or something like that. My personal favorite thing is just a variety of characters. I mean, yes, it's only 15, but That's actually a lot for a beat 'em up game. I've played some games that only give you 3 characters, some that give you 2, some that even give you 1. So, you know, I think this is pretty awesome. And just like I said before, they all play different. There's not a single one of them that play the same. Yes, you're pressing the same buttons, but different things are happening. And to be efficient, right, and to be effective with your combos and to actually beat the bosses, you really do need to mix in some good switch ups and some good things. What I loved is that you could do the typical thing. If you time it right, you could like spam square, right? But you know, and like hold them in a corner, and you could just keep getting your combo up. You know, I look for small things like that. It's all about the timing and everything like that. So, like I said, the gameplay is heat. It's pretty good.
Other mutants being kidnapped by Sentinels to some other location.
These punks don't have the brains for this type of outfit.
Whatever it is, they'll have to face the wrath of the elements.
Pros and cons. The first pro that I have for this game is the satisfying gameplay. As I stated before, it just feels real good. It is addictive. As you're fighting the enemies, I said it's not a lot of them, but it doesn't really matter because they do scale in difficulty. Like, of course, it has the typical beat 'em up game thing where you fight an enemy and they're yellow one time and then next time they're red, which signifies that they're slightly stronger and maybe a little smarter. And the enemies on here are a little smarter. Some of your characters can fly, like Storm, she can fly, right? And oftentimes I'd see myself getting anti-aired by these enemies. Like they'll legit poke you in the air or something like that. It's kind of cool. They're not, like I said, they're not bullet sponges, but they're not damage sponges. Towards the end, of course, the bosses do get a little more health, but if you're putting combos on them and like really being effective with your technique, you're gonna wipe the floor with anything. At least on the campaign, because the campaign you can't change the difficulty. But in the arcade mode, you know, you can go up to hard. I would like to see them add a few more difficulties later, but yeah, that's for another explanation. My first con is that it's a short game. And of course, it's a beat 'em up, so you expect it to be short. I mean, it's an arcade game where back in arcades, you could be at a cabinet for hours, right? If you was like that. But most of the time, people are just jumping on to play before their food is called or before their party starts or something, right? You're not getting some crazy 30-hour gaming session at an arcade. Or maybe in China.
China. You take China. China.
But neither here nor there, I digress. The game is really short, and I would expect a few more levels, and maybe they're gonna do some TMNT action and add some DLC with like a survival mode and all of that. Because as of right now, the 2 modes, I mean, they're literally just the same thing. There's nothing really different other than you could add modifiers to the arcade mode, which is good. There is leaderboards and things of that nature, but there's not enough difficulties to really justify how short the game is. Because okay, 16 levels, right? But with 3 difficulties, 2 that you already won't want to play, because if you beat the campaign, right, you just beat it on medium or normal. You don't want to go play it on easy, and then you can play on hard. Once you get used to playing on hard, you're gonna want a bigger challenge, and there is a lot of stuff to unlock on here. So it's like you're gonna just keep playing hard until you get bored and turn the game off. I don't know. Maybe they want you to go trophy hunting. I don't know, but just be aware this is a very short game. The second pro is that the game has a great color scheme and artwork. Now, yes, it's pixel graphics. You can't really get super creative with pixel graphics, but honestly, I think they worked well with what they had. You can also apply like a CRT type of effect to it. I love when games add that. This game reminds me of a game called Comic Zone on the Sega Genesis, and that game had like sound effects, but they were written out, of course, because it was a comic book. So you had pow, bang, and stuff like that, like off of Batman, like the old Batman. And that's kind of what this game is. It doesn't have any of that written out stuff, right? But it's just that it has that same kind of style. I think they should make a comic book based around this art style. I don't even know if it's possible. I'm sure it is, because they can make comic books look like anything. They should definitely do like a Marvel comic, like with this pixel art style. I think it'd be pretty awesome. That's pretty much it, because I don't have any more cons. I love the game. It's just short. Just a few extra notes. The game at its core is really fun, and if it gets the Ninja Turtles treatment, we should see some DLC with like a survival mode and hopefully more upgrades or something like that. I love the game, so I am satisfied with what is here at the moment, but I can see a more hardcore beat 'em up player feeling a little like empty on the inside, because like I said, there is meat.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
On the bone, but there's not enough meat on the bone. Final thoughts. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a really good game. I love that we're getting all these arcade style games, but with enough new that keeps you playing. I rate on a play it now, catch a sale, or burn it scale. I say, play it. I can't get enough of smashing enemies with She-Hulk.
Ho, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Or dicing them up with Wolverine. This game captures the essence of Marvel Comics. I started reading comics this year after a long 10-year break, and I've been hooked. This game came out at the right time to pull me in. I will personally be doing a few more playthroughs of this game because it is simply addictive. Until next time, internet, keep surviving, keep thriving, like, share, subscribe, stay tuned. Captain out.